round 4, 3-0 in the tournament so far. And yeah, I mean, I only really need 3 more wins, right? So, like, I'm like halfway there. Like 6 wins is what usually gets you to the arena championship, and that's what I'm looking for here. My teammates Matti and Stefan have not yet picked up their second loss with the deck. They're still in the trenches here, and so am I. So we're up against the Lurus deck here, so that probably means red white Thopters. That's okay. I feel pretty good about that matchup. And especially like knowing the matchup, this hand here with Call Against Command, it's perfect. I'm gonna keep that. I am on the draw though, but it's probably gonna be fine. They played Retrofit Foundry and Ornithopter. Okay, again, super happy that I have this Fatal Push. And even drawing a Trapfinder. Okay, this could be interesting. So they make a 4/4 and I do just kill it. They follow up with a Bob Spike, so that's essentially another 4/4. And okay, second Traveler. I always hate drawing that, but I'm just gonna play out my Trapfinder here. Like maybe I'll get to Chump Block. The opponent does actually like to sacrifice here. And that's kind of perfect for us. They don't even have a portable hole. Really happy to see that. So right now, we're just going to Chump Block. And let's spin the dice. Let's see what we hit. Okay, another Trapfinder. I feel like I've said that a lot, huh? Let's spin the dice. Oh, it's another Trapfinder. Okay, and like, the loop just continues. Speaking of the loop just continues, they play another Bob Spike. And have the ability to make yet another 4/4. But this Trapfinder right here cannot block. So I think this is a turn where I'm just gonna leave up the Call Against Command here. They make the 4/4 and attack me with all, and I'm just gonna like blow up one of the 4/4s, bring back a Trapfinder. I just want to maximize the chances that I can hit one of my Travelers here. They play Esper Sentinel and another Foundry. Okay, happy to see that. That's a turn off, right? They're not developing the board here. We are still at 16. We managed to deal with 2 of the 3 constructs they've made so far. And now we have a Chump Blocker. So I'm gonna play Bergie, play both my Trapfinders because they're gonna be free, and you know, of course, get in for 1 damage. This one dies end of turn because that was the one that was hit off the Trapfinder, and I hit another Bergie. Okay, not ideal, but we are probably trying to set up for a Horn at some point this game. Our hand looking very junky, but not under that much pressure, right? Especially with a Chump Block here. Either that, or we of course like just Chump Block and hit the Traveler here. They find a portable hole, and all of a sudden I feel like a bit stupid for playing out the Trapfinder, but honestly, like looking at this, you know, in replay, I definitely have to play it, right? I have to play the Chump Blocker. Like 4 damage is so much. So yeah, we take the 4 damage, go to 12. They only left with 1 card in hand, but they do have these 2 Foundries here, so they can like, you know, make stuff happen. And immediately I draw Deadly Dispute and like super regret that like I don't have that Trapfinder to sacrifice. So now we gotta figure out what the game plan is here. I think I'm gonna cast the Omnos Traveler here. Get a mana from Bergie, and let's see what we hit. 3/1. So that's Headless Scarp I end up taking here. Actually a fine mid-range card and can like be kind of good with our grindy plan. I'm just going to immediately sacrifice the Traveler and pay for the Esper Sentinel. Not sure I like this line, but it does dig me towards a land, which I kind of need. So I do hit my lands and an Inquisition here. So I decide to run out the Inquisition. Oh yeah, with my other black souls. No, I actually use my treasure for this. Interesting. Instead of taking 2 damage, maybe I had played land for the turn. Anyway, they have another portable hole. We get to snack that, and actually leaves me with enough mana that I can just replay the Traveler, and I hit like a 2/2 vampire here. And so because like the Traveler gave me, okay, so I hadn't played my land for turn yet. Because the Traveler gives me mana, I decide to like just shock myself with Blood Crypt, play out the 2/2 here, and yeah, return it. This actually like sets up something pretty neat. I can actually double block the construct here if I need to. So of course they have the Retrofit Foundries going on, and they are gonna make a 0 token here. Play another land. I love to see that. I'm just gonna double block here, get rid of the construct, and I assume that they put Lurus in hand. Yes, that's what's happening. Okay. Yeah, I wonder if I actually should have saved my I probably should have saved my Inquisition, huh? For their Lurus. Oh, ha, never mind. Better lucky than good, huh? So now I get to take away the Lurus, and I mean, we don't really have much of a combo going on here, but at least like maybe we haven't, you know, maybe we can actually like win like the the grinding game here. We're gonna play Headless Scarp here. We no longer have Bergie in play, so we don't get like free mana. But yeah, right now we just have like the Headless Scarp and at 2/2 vanilla, and like these are fine blockers. The issue is with 2 Retrofitter Foundry, it doesn't take long for the opponent to like quickly churn out 4/4s. So yeah, I'm gonna be faced with another 4/4 here. I'm just gonna take the the adult play here and just double block the 4/4. I get a zombie token for my Headless Scarp, so that's a zombie token right there. I agree. By the way, like this 17 lands thing, it is awful. Like it's for like this specific viewing experience. I love the like website for a whole lot of things, including these playbacks, but specifically for playbacks of this decks in games like these where you have the fair travelers going, like it's kind of a mess. So don't fault you for just skipping to the next round, but this game is kind of sweet, so if you just want to stick around for that, I will applaud it. Anyway, they just keep hitting lands here, so now they're on the equip Esper Sentinel to like make it harder for me to pay for it. I draw Prosper. That is exactly what I need in a game like this, because I'm trying to just grind the fairway, right? I'm also like really trying to set up the horn. So, okay, I hit another Bergie there. That's probably gonna, be a horn next turn. But they're just like, making things that turn into Thopters, get in for damage, and they shock themselves here, so they can actually, what can they do here? I believe that they can make a server, turn it into a Thopter, and then turn the Thopter into a construct. So yeah, with the 6 mana total, every turn these are gonna make a 4/4 when you have 2 of them. So that's kind of scary. That I'm gonna have to face a 4/4 every turn. I do have Prosper and the Horn here, so that does help. I decide that it's not worth it to... Well, I can't even pay for the Esper Sentinel anyway, because it's 2 power. So I just slam the Horn here. I do get a Treasure, and I'm gonna start just like discarding stuff. So I discard the Ominous Traveler here, hit 2 lands, that's perfect. So I can play a land off of... Because I don't think I've played a land yet. Play a land off of Exile, which will also trigger Prosper to get me... Get me another treasure. That means I can discard the land from hand. I hit a Thopters. If I do like play out this Bergie, I guess the Thopters will generate me mana, but that's not really what I'm looking for. So I play the land here, get the mana. I decide that it's probably worth it to Thopters because they do have like I just let them draw a card with Esper Sentinel, so they could have easily a spell in hand, and they do have an Ingenious Smith, so that's probably fine. I do get a treasure for doing that, but at this point I realize it's like. I'm not there yet. I mean, I can't continue to go off right now. I like have to like play my Bergie, which would just die end of turn anyway. And yeah, I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna try and set up for my big turn next turn, where I have like Bergie and the Horn. I'll probably like discard this one. I can put Gigantha in hand, discard that. Like I can really try and go off next turn. And I'm not dead right now. As I'm saying, like they're gonna add a 4/4 to this board essentially. Let's go through the clicks. Yes, adding a 4/4 to this board, and I'm just planning to chump block that. So. I just gotta dodge like this turn. I gotta dodge this one turn. Like I get to like a lot of things. The Yoji declares war. The Michiko's Reign of Truth. Probably a bunch of other things. Let's see what they draw. Okay, so they are just gonna equip the Thopter here and attack with both. Okay, so we jump like the 4/4 and they play a land. Okay, pretty happy actually that they equip the Thopter instead of just making another construct. But we draw Phyrexian Tower here. Okay, that's neat and all, but I'm probably gonna have to discard it. So I'm gonna start my turn by discarding the cheap Bergie here. I think I'm gonna like need the longevity of the other Bergie. Plus, I'm gonna have like so much mana here, because every time I cast a spell from exile, makes a red mana and a treasure. So that like usually I'm able to draw my deck here. With Thopters, that's not amazing here, and Village Rites. Village Rites. Also not amazing, but maybe we can find some sack fodder. Doesn't mean I'm gonna I'm gonna actually put Gigantha in hand right now and then discard that. Hit an Ominous Traveler. That's kind of nice. So I do also decide to like discard the tower. One thing that's really important with the Horn is that you like discard as many cards as you think you don't need first before you make decisions. It's kind of hard to play with because it's like kind of a balancing act, right? Again, you can't just discard everything. But I hit 2 more lands here, and that's kind of a brick. I was really hoping for, like, you know, hitting a Trapfinder so I could set up the combo, hitting a Claim the Firstborn so I could, like, steal their construct and sacrifice it, but it's not what we're getting here. We are just getting Ominous Traveler, but it's gonna have to be good enough. I'm playing out the Bergie here. I definitely think the mana engine that represents is worth more than 2 cards. Play my land, get a treasure, sacrifice the treasure to play the Traveler, and now, you know, the Traveler is free, right? Gain a red mana, get a treasure. Let's see what I hit off of it. I hit another Headless Scarp. I decided to just discard that. That's like something pretty neat you can do, because I'm probably gonna sacrifice this Traveler to my Village Rights here. So just discarding this. Now we get a Claim the Firstborn. Okay, that's perfect. So I'm going to steal that construct here. Now fighting the Esper Sentinel triggers, but I have so much mana that... Oh, I'm actually like not even paying for it, huh? I think I could have actually. Anyway. We Village Rights, sacrifice the 4/4. Draw a couple cards, make more mana. Fatal Push and Bone Charge. Okay, that's kind of sick. So, right now, things are kind of going, but are we doing more? I guess, I mean, I can't really Thoughtseize them, because then I kind of die to the Thopter, but maybe I don't really die to the Thopter. This is a really awkward spot for me. Like, I could continue to go, right? I could just discard these removal spells, exile 4 more cards, try and hit more things. But now that I have a Fatal Push in hand, maybe I can actually survive a turn. And if you can survive a turn, it's usually better to just like let yourself get that draw step and continue to play next turn. It's not optimal. Usually when you have this combo, you're just like able to draw through your entire deck at once. But sometimes you're like, you hit a big clump of lands and like you're not really able to do it. Plus, like, you would actually ideally hope that that like the good spells like Bone Charge and Fatal Push are the ones you hit in exile, and the bad cards like the lands and Thoughtseizes and so on are the cards that you draw. So like those are the ones you can discard. But sometimes it happens in the other order, and you're gonna have to like recalibrate here. So, all right. Well, I'm at 5 life here. It's pretty dire. They do still have a barbed wire. They can equip this Thopter here and put me to 2 life. If I cast Thoughtseize, that means I'm dead to that one, so I'd have to spend Fatal Push on it. However, the card in their hand could be something that kills me, so there's a lot of value to Thoughtseize as well. They also have these 2 Foundries still. They have, what, 3 tap lands and 4 untapped lands? Yeah, so they can't really do much here. They can make a Thopter, or they can make 2 servos. That's the best thing they can do right now. They can also turn the Thopter into a 4/4. Question is, like, am I actually using this Bone Charge for anything? Because, like, it's sorcery speed, so it kind of lands up awkwardly. And I do end up discarding the Bone Charge here, keeping my Fatal Push, see if I can get somewhere. But no, it's just 2 more lands. So at this point, I just have to stop. I cannot discard this Fatal Push right now. I have to, like, hold it so I can kill a Thopter. I do some quick math here and realize that, like, I can actually cast the Thoughtseize. But I think I decided not to not take that risk. The issue is that, like, if they make a Thopter with these, and then they have, like, the Reign of Truth, actually it's fine, right? You know, whatever it is, like, they're only gonna make 1 lethal Thopter, and I can Fatal Push that one. So I'm really hiding behind, like, the safety of this Fatal Push, but they do have a draw step as well. They could combine 2 cards to be able to kill me here. So, yeah, they do indeed make a Thopter here. They're presenting 4 power in the air if they equip. Which me a 5 life is like not ideal. And an Inquisition here, that's also not really what I wanted. So they have a Yoji in the glass wall, so they're gonna like pump up a Thopter, attack with both of these, and I'm just gonna say no thank you to the 4 damage. Glad I have this Fatal Push here, that I held on to it. I decide to pay for the Esper Sentinel. It's kind of neat with Bergie. Like on your own turn, you can't use the mana from Bergie to pay for Esper Sentinel. Like at least like from the same spell that you're casting. Because on your turn, the trigger from Bergie won't resolve until the trigger from Esper Sentinel has resolved. But on their turn, it's the reverse. So you actually get the mana from Bergie before the Esper Sentinel trigger resolves. And that means you can just easily pay with that 1 red mana that you are not going to use for anything else. Anyway, I kill the Thopter here. They're going to turn it into a 4/4. That's not very pretty. I'm at 3 life. This Thopter is lethal now if they just equip it next turn. So I gotta find something here. And they even like portable hold my Traveler. I think I'm okay with that. I can probably live with that. Okay, here's Trapfinder. But, I mean, I have to discard it. The Trapfinder might, I mean, I'm dead in the air here. It doesn't do anything. I can't make it die. So Sadly, I just like have to let this card go. Let's see if we hit something. Oof. Okay. Echoing Return is good. Prosper is a dead hit, but Echoing Return is the shit here. So right now, my graveyard is pretty fully stocked. I guess I just have 2 Trapfinders, huh? I also have like 2 Ominous Travelers. Yeah, I have 2 Ominous Travelers as well. I think what I do here is actually I decide that like my card advantage engine here is so good that I can probably just win the fair game here. And instead of getting back the, like, if I get back the Trapfinders here, I'm just gonna have to discard them anyway. So I decide that my best line here is to just get back the Travelers. And we're just gonna try and go a little bit fair. Make some things happen. And then, like, you know, discard some cards. I do let them draw a card with Esper Sentinel. That's totally free because I have this Inquisition here. Which, I mean, I want to cast anyway because it generates mana. And this way I guess just like see what they hit. Okay, they didn't draw a spell, so that's fine. We play this Traveler here. We hit the like Falconwrath 1 mana 2/1 here. So we can replay it. It's not too expensive. We hit 3 mana 3. So I think this is the Dominating Vampire. We're gonna hold that until we find a sack outlet, but we can definitely use that to steal something. This is probably the 2 mana 2/2 Vampire. Gonna play that out. So as you can see, like we just generate a little bit of board. We still have like these 5 treasures, and I can see we have 1 land untapped here as well, and we probably have like we probably have 1 red mana in the pool right now. So I decided to discard my useless vampire, and no, I decided to play my useless vampire. Huh. Okay, yeah, I played out the vampire, and I'm still keeping Dominating Vampire in hand, by the way. But I'm discarding the other Traveler. I think that's totally reasonable. You don't really need to. And here we have Claim the Firstborn and Deadly Dispute. Okay, so we can continue to go here. So I'm going to steal the Construct here. I'm trying to look for an answer to the Thopter. If I steal the Thopter, they're just gonna make another 4/4. But I don't know, maybe that's still worth it. But since I do have the Deadly Dispute, I kind of want to do that. Anyway, make sure to get in 4 damage here. I think I actually missed 4 damage earlier when I stole the 4/4, and that could actually matter, right? Like, they're at 11 now. If they'd been a 7, you know, and I'm gonna try and win the game the fair way, like, that could really matter. Alright. Get to draw a couple cards off this. Okay, there's a Fatal Push. That's good. That means we're not dead to this Thopter. And right now, they only have 1 untapped Foundry, because, like, they use the other one to make a Construct here. They do have enough mana that they can, like, untap something, but they can't really do much here. They can like, yeah, they can like make a servo and that's it actually. Or they can turn this into a 4/4. Okay, so that's actually fine. Anyway, now I have this Fatal Push, so I can probably like plan to survive another turn if I need to. Anyway, right now, I'm hoping that won't be the case. I'm gonna like continue to discard since I have a land in hand. It's kind of dead. Dwarf Village Rights. Okay, we can actually like play this Dominating Vampire. I'm starting to think maybe this isn't Dominating Vampire. Oh, we even had a land play available from the Exile. Yeah, okay, it is Dominating Vampire. So we're gonna bounce this. Vampire's gonna come into play. I'm going to like try and steal the Thopter, which they're just gonna turn into a 4/4. That's good for us. That's a lot less threatening because like, we can definitely block the 4/4. Oh wait, whoops. Oh yeah, hold on. I'm just gonna like click through the entire turn again. A lot of stuff happened here. I think we were almost done there, but yeah, Dominating Vampire definitely turning in clutch here as like another Claim the Firstborn effect. Even though like it just ended up killing a Thopter, right? Yeah, so this is what they're doing. Like they're wow, this turn is also like insanely long. I also think my rope is burning at some point. Like this is very, very hectic. But yeah, I try and steal the Thopter. They sacrifice it to make a construct token. In response, I go Village Rights and sacrifice my my 2/1 vampire that I had lying around, and I draw a couple cards. I draw another Fatal Push and another Claim here. Okay, that's huge. I don't have a sack outlet for this Claim yet, but honestly, at this point, you know, this this Traveler here That's my win condition. And I don't have a sack outlet for these, and I'm gonna like really want to hold up these fatal pushes so I can't die to anything. So right now, I'm feeling fine. My hand is great. I'm just gonna pass the turn with this. Or actually, I think I'm gonna like, I actually have enough mana here with the treasures that I can probably like, cast my Traveler for like at least one more time. But I decide to discard the Traveler. Wow, that is extremely greedy. No, that's not what's happening. I'm casting the Traveler. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Yeah, so I just get another 3/3, which I think this one is yeah, this is just a spirit with Defender, and I play my Traveler for another time, and I get, you know, a random 2/2, which is probably the Vampire, but and actually this is the 2/2 Vampire, the black-red one, that like when it comes into play, if an opponent lost life this turn, put a plus count on each Vampire you control. And actually this turn, it happened a long time ago, but it did claim their 4/4 and attack with it, which caused them to lose 4 life. So now that is triggering, and I'm gonna put a +1 counter on my Dominating Vampire. Okay, yeah, don't care too much about the text here. These are just the stats. You can just see like the 2/2, the 4/4, the 3/3, and so on. So you can see that I just have stats on board. The opponent is not threatening any flying power. I have 2 fatal pushes, and I've claimed the Firstborn. I think I am able to survive here. But just for good measure, I'm just playing my Ominous Traveler again, getting some other 2/2. I don't know what this one is actually. Oh, maybe the 2/2 Flyer. Leaving myself with at least 1 treasure, so I have 1 fatal push up. Alright, so end of turn, hit a Kolaghan's Command. Okay, now, you know, I'm sure that like I got this in the bag next turn. So opponent makes a 4/4, they draw a card. They even attack here, and I just like line up a double block. For some reason I like, you know, keep going a little bit with my horn, but yeah, I don't really need that here. This game was like very much just won in the fairest fashion possible. Kinda. I mean, I guess I had like Prosper plus horn, which is not really fair, but you know, you have this card advantage engine, and like Bergie alongside Ominous Traveler by themselves, if the game goes long enough, like that's actually still a pretty strong combo and can get you a lot of board development. So anyway, here I'm like stealing something, I'm attacking, you know, they're making some servos, and I'm just like Kolaghan's Command, kill the servos, and attack for lethal. So yeah, that was how that game went. It was super sweet to play. The fact that I, you know, normally when you have the horn plus Prosper, you just win immediately. But like here, like I had to like pass multiple turns with it in play, because like I kept breaking, but also like drawing the good cards. So I actually like could afford to survive, and like eventually we got there. So I'm feeling pretty good about this going into the post-war games against red-white Thopters. We're taking out our Thoughtseizes, we're putting in our creature removal and our artifact disruption, and yeah, this is where we are for game number 2. Okay, so opening hand here, it's a 1-lander. I don't think it's one of the good ones. It doesn't have like village rights. Just sacrifice the Trapfinder, so I'm just gonna skip. So I'm just gonna mulligan this. Wow, another 1-lander. This one is absolutely unplayable. So yeah, that's definitely going away. Opponent also mulligans to 6, but yeah, we're down to 5 cards here, at least on the draw. And we have a reactive hand here. I decide to keep claim the Firstborn, Inquisition, and Fatal Push, bottoming a land here. Bottoming the land versus like keeping the Fatal Push, keeping the claim the Firstborn, kind of iffy, but I do have like, you know, I don't want my village rights and deadly disputes to be dead if I draw them, so I think it's fine to keep the thing here. But they do start with Retrofitter Foundry into Ornithopter. Again, super happy that I have Fatal Push, even have another one here, so... but actually, I decide to just Inquisition them here, instead of using my Fatal Push right now. So I'm like basically giving up 4 life, but making sure that like maybe I can take something good out of their hand. I kind of can, but they have another thing. Honestly, I think I'm supposed to wait with that Inquisition. The way this deck is built, most likely they have like multiple things that cost 2 mana. They have a lot of 2-drops in that deck. So like I'm going to like be able to take 1 2-drop, but then they can play the other. I think I'd rather save 4 points of life, and then like, you know, Inquisition later. That's usually totally fine. There's also a chance I can like get to save it for the Lura's turn, which is also pretty nice. But anyway, they make a 4/4 here, and they make it a 7/7. We take a big hit, but they don't have any more Thopter makers. So, and I have, okay, so now I have the Grisly Sigil. That's pretty nice to combine with like claim the Firstborn down the line. So I'm just gonna kill the 4/4 here, and honestly I feel pretty good about this. They just play Toolcraft Exemplar, and I guess they plan to make a servo with this, which is threatening in a way, but it's gonna be fine. I'm like tanking a little bit on this turn here. Like, should I use my Greasy Sigil? The fact that I draw another sack outlet means that I can probably afford to wait on the Sigil here. Also, like, being able to use the Claim the Firstborn is not that likely because Retrofitter Foundry is like very good against that card. Alright, so they get to flip their the portrait of Michiko. So that's a little bit of an extra threat here. Getting with the servo, play Barbed Spike. So that is going to turn into a 4/4 pretty soon here. And probably not the actual worst draw in the deck. Maybe it is actually. Definitely not what we want to see here. We really wanted the lands. Now my Claim the Firstborn doesn't work. And the fact that I used the Grim Sigil last turn to like just kill a Toolcraft Exemplar, kind of coming back to bite me here. I mean, I am at a higher life total as a result of it, but I can't really do the thing that I wanted to do, which was like, you know, steal the portrait, sacrifice that to like kill Servo and Toolcraft Exemplar. That would have been a nice line. That's not what's happening here. And we are instead just stuck like having to push the portrait here because like we don't have any sack outlets, so we just have to do that. But it's kind of awkward here because like now it's really hard to use Claim the Firstborn against Retrofitter Foundry. With these Thopters, you can't really steal them. They're just gonna sacrifice them in response. So yeah, that all like worked out pretty awkwardly. I do draw Trapfinder, which I'm pretty happy with. I can play that out. Maybe they'll make a 4/4. They do make a 4/4. Okay, so I can actually chump block right now, so that helps a lot. So we chump block here. Maybe we can find something good. Do you find a Bergie? I mean, maybe that can help, but I don't know. I mean, right now they also have a 4/4, which is great because I can like set up my Claim plus Deadly Dispute. I just need to draw a land here, and I do draw a land. I'm at 7 life though. Wait, am I at 7 life? Oh, right. Yeah. See, that's really awkward that it's a shock land here, because they have the ability with Foundry to turn this Thopter into a 4/4. So if I take 2 damage here, I mean, I'm dead. So, I mean, I have to like go for it, I think. Or actually end up like deciding that I'm gonna just use my Bergie to like get a bit of extra mana, because that might increase the chance that something good happens. Still the 4/4 attack, sacrifice that, draw some cards, get a treasure, but they have like they have a mana tithe to counter my Deadly Dispute, so don't even get to like get a way to come back. And my Bergie's gonna die in a turn. They're gonna make this a 4/4, and I'm dead on board. Very rough there. Definitely did not hit the third land in time. I also think I was just like too trigger happy on my Greasy Sigil. I should have just taken some damage and then like set up the sweet Claim the Firstborn line, but I don't know. It was kind of hard to say because like on the other hand I also really wanted to like cast my Deadly Dispute and use Claim with that, but that did need the third land to happen. Anyway, pretty rough loss here. Not really happy with that one, but that's how it goes. Did have a lot of interactions, but not really artifact interactions, so Retrofitter Foundry really got the best of me. That card is like quite good against Claim the Firstborn. Going into game 3 here. It's alright. We're under play here, and we do have a hand of Trapfinder and Deadly Dispute, so I'm definitely going to keep this. The interesting thing about this hand is, though, do I play our Trapfinder on turn 1 or not? Because I don't have an untapped land on turn 2. So I'm not guaranteed to be able to like save it from Portable Hole. Like, even my opponent could just Portable Hole at turn 1. But since I have Call Against Command to blow up the Portable Hole, potentially, I decide that like, yeah, and you know, even if that happens too, I still have like Claim to go with my Deadly Dispute. I decide that like, it's actually fine to play out my Trapfinder on turn 1. If I draw an untapped land, I can just Deadly Dispute immediately next turn. They play Toolcraft Exemplar. I don't draw a land. Okay, so I'm gonna resign to play my tap land here. Don't really have a play. They play Barbed Spike, and yeah, this is just a very like, you know, Zoo-like generic draw. They do attack with a 3/2 here, so I can chump block if I want to. I decide not to because I really need to like get this Deadly Dispute off here and like try and find land. So I draw a Fatal Push here. That's actually kind of neat. I just like So I think it's actually kind of nice to like fire off the Deadly Dispute main phase, hit the land drop, have Fatal Push up here. And since we also have Bergie, like, if we hit the Traveler here, we even have the combo set up. So I'm feeling pretty good about this right now. Sacrifice my Goblin, and we do hit. We hit the Traveler, and we draw a 3-drop and a 4-drop. Oh. Okay. So we don't actually have a land right here. Maybe that's actually kind of problematic. They play Foundry and Michiko. Oh no. So right now I'm faced with a decision. Do I Fatal Push the Thopter here and just take 3 damage? Or do I take the full 10 damage down to 5, but preserve my treasure? The treasure would be very important for comboing off. If I draw a land here, it's gonna make a lot of difference in my chances of comboing off. Even just like the chance of comboing a little bit, which would like maybe stabilize the board here. So I decide, you know what, my treasure is worth more than 7 damage here. I'm just gonna take my chances here. Hope to draw land. Not a Bergie. Okay, so that's rough here. So now I gotta figure out what's the best line here. I can Fatal Push, right? So whatever is targeted by Michiko's, I can Fatal Push. There is still this Retrofitter Foundry, which like kind of throws a wrench in plans here. I can't really use my Claim the First one very well, so... And I also have this other option, by the way. I don't think I'm desperate enough for this yet, but if I play Bergie here, I can still play the Ominous Traveler, hope to hit a 1-drop. It is like 37% chance to hit the 1-drop, and if you do, you can like, you know, generate the mana, then like you can, you know, your 2-drops are even, and then like you hit another 1-drop, and then you can like start hitting 3-drops with your Traveler. So you can actually go off. I can also just like do it for a little while and like maybe get enough to stabilize here. That's not for sure, especially since like the Thopter is flying, so like right now that's not the case. So on the side, yeah, I'm not even gonna be able to like soft combo here and stabilize. I'm just gonna have to pass the turn here. I think I'm just going to like Fatal Push on the Thopter to make sure the flyer is gone. Go down to 2 life. I could also Call Against Command, like kill both of these, which like definitely prevents more damage, but it also cost me my treasure. So I'm not really sure I'm ready to give that one up. Because again, if I draw a land, I probably just have lethal. They trigger the Michiko, get the Thopter up to a 7/6, and now they're brawling here. So I decide, yeah, I'm just gonna use my Fatal Push here, give them a 4/4. It's all right. They just put lures in hand. That's great news for me. Though I am a little bit afraid of Mana Tithe, like what happened last game here. But maybe we can draw land and we can actually get around it. No, we can draw a Trapfinder. Alright, at this point, it's like, wow. I have the full combo, but it's like, I don't have the land to guarantee anything. So, I decide, I have another option here. I can either like Call Against Command, clearing the board. But again, like then, you know, I'm ages away from comboing, right? I need to draw a land to even get the Bergie into play. And I'm at 2 life, right? My opponent is just going to be able to present lethal once again. And I think that's just going to be too slow. And like right now, you know, they only have ground attackers. If I go for the combo and I hit a 1-drop, I can actually like pretty easily stabilize here. And I also figure that even if I don't, that's actually pretty bad, but since I have such low life total. But like the Trapfinder can chump block, the Bergie will be able to like block, but that's not great. But if I could like somehow keep my Bergie alive, even though my Ominous Traveler would die, I would be able to like next turn Call Against Command the Traveler back to my hand, if I draw the land, obviously. So I decide, you know what, I'm just gonna go for the combo here. So I play Bergie, play Traveler, 1 red mana and pool. Let's see if we can find a 1-drop. We don't. I bring on 1-drop, and yeah, I mean I can play out my thing here, but it's not looking great. And they're gonna flip the Michiko, and they do indeed have a Shadow Spear. So they actually like equipped the wrong thing. They should just equip the 4/4, and they have lethal. But yeah. Anyway, we can block with Berkey here and we can stay alive at 1, but like, nothing really comes out of it. I get a Berkey into hand now, but it's just, yeah, it's not enough. Now I draw the land, but it's a Blood Crypt that I can't even play because I'm at 1 life and have to extend the hand here. Yeah, I take my first loss of the weekend here against Red White Thopters in not like the most fun way possible. Well, I'm not. Yeah, I mean, game 1 was actually like, really incredible. So it's all fair, but yeah, this was kind of a stinger. I do wonder what would have happened if I just used my Call Against command instead. Maybe things would have been a lot different, right? Like Call Against command, clear off the things, and then I use Fatal Push to clear the 4/4 the next turn, and then eventually maybe I hit the land, and I can actually just like play the control game because I'm a much higher life total. Maybe that would have been better. Who knows? I was trying to go for glory, but I didn't get there. Well, that's all right though. We are back against the wall though, like 3-1. It's not a super comfortable record. Have to win out now, but it's just 3 more match wins, so like maybe I can. Also, I know the deck is like really good, right? Stefan and Mati are also playing the deck. They're also like, I think they're 4-1, or yeah, 3-1, 4-1, somewhere in that range. So they're still in it here, and yeah, we're just gonna keep trucking along. This will also be the last one that's going to be played on 17 lands replay. The rest of them are going to be actual game captures. So yeah, you can look forward to like seeing those again. Anyway, for now, see you next round.